Hi students, this is Sivanand Jawagi from Konnur English Medium School LAT. I am the assistant teacher in computer science. Today I am going to discuss about computer basics. Already studied previously. You already studied computer. What is computer? Computer basics, block diagram of computer. You already studied in the previous year. Just remind that. Okay. First, today I am going to discuss about what is computer, input devices, output devices. Okay. How does a computer work? And next, block diagram of computer system, and last one is computer memory. Okay, today I am going to discuss about these 6 topics. The first one, what is computer? You already know that. What is computer? Computer is a advanced electronic machine made up of electronic devices. Okay, it is a advanced electronic machine made up of electronic devices. It takes input data through the input devices. The input is interact between the user and computer. Okay. Computer is the electronic devices. It takes raw data through the input devices and process the data in the processor CPU and produce the data through the output, and it stores the data in the storage devices for future use. Okay, a computer is the electronic devices or advanced electronic devices made up of electronic devices, and it takes raw data input. It takes raw data through the input devices and process the data in the processing unit and produce the output through the output devices and stores the data in storage devices is called computer. You know already what is computer. Okay, next, input devices. You already saw the input devices. Which are the input devices? First one input devices is keyboard. Second one is mouse. Third one is scanner, etc. Okay, these two are important input devices. Okay, these two are main important input devices. Then output devices. You saw already output devices also. I already show you in class. Okay, output devices. Output devices are monitor. Second one is printer and speaker, etc. Okay, monitor is display the output result. Printer means you will take a soft copy to the hard copy. Okay, and speaker means you are singing, listening the songs. For that purpose you use this speaker. Okay, next, how does a computer work? Means computer can work. There are 4 basic functions. The first one is 4 basic functions or operations. The first one is input unit, second one is processing unit, third one is output unit, and fourth one is storage. A computer can work. These are four basic functions. These are four important basic functions: input, processing, output, and storage. Okay. What input? Input is accepting data through the input devices. Accepting data through the input devices. Accepting data through the input devices. You already know input devices. Input, accepting data through the input devices. Next, processing unit. It processes the input data. There are two types of processing units: control unit and arithmetical logical unit. It will discuss it later. Processing unit, it processes the input data. Processes the input data. Next, after processing the data, the next one is output unit. The output unit, whatever you are processed the data, it will come output through the monitor for you are seeing the result, and it take hard copy through the printer also. Okay. The output is produce the processed data. Produce the processed data. And last one is the storage unit. The storage unit is used for stores the data for the future use. You store the data for the future use. Stores the data for future use. These are four basic functions of computer systems. The first one is input, second one is processing unit, third one is output, the last one is storage unit. In input unit, accepting data through the input devices. It accepting data through the input devices. Also, it interact between the user and the computer. The next is processing unit. Whatever you are give to the computer, it processes the data through the processing unit. The next one is output unit. Output unit is produce the processed data. It produce the processed data through the monitor, to the printer. Okay. Storage unit is used for stores the data for the future use. Okay. The next one is block diagram of computer. See, this is a block diagram of computer. There are four basic functions. I already told you there are four basic functions. Input, this is all processing, this is storage unit, and last one is output unit. This is overall called CPU. You know CPU? CPU means central processing unit. Input means input is the interaction between the user and computer. It takes or accepting the input data through the input devices. Input data means anything, text, word, films or videos, songs, anything. Then it sends data to the processing unit, and it also directly sends data to the storage unit also. It produces the data to the directly output unit also. The input devices are keyboard, mouse, scanner, joystick, barcode reader, etc. Okay, these are all input devices. It sends data through the input devices to processing unit, and computer cannot understand our language. Computer can understand only machine language or computer language. Means it's only understand for binary level languages. Binary means 0 and 1. Computer can understand only 0 and 1s. Okay. The next one, input unit is produce data to the processing unit. The next is processing unit. This is a processing unit. In processing unit there are two units, control unit and arithmetic and logical unit. Control unit means it controls the overall devices, input device, output devices and external hardwares. It controls the overall devices, and it processes the data for the set of instructions. Process the data for the set of instructions. And next one is arithmetic and logical unit. It performs arithmetic and logical units. You know arithmetical units. Arithmetical performance are addition, subtraction, multiplication, divisions, and logical operations are and, or, not, nor, XOR, XNOR. Okay, these are all arithmetic and logical operations. And next, after completion of processing the data, it produces data to the output unit. Produce the data to the output unit. Then output unit it takes the process the data and produce the output through the output devices. Output devices are monitor, printer, and speaker, etc. And next one, after processing data, it can store the data in the storage unit for the future use. Now it stores the data. Data means anything, films, songs, videos. You can directly store data to the input to the storage unit. In storage unit there are two parts. In storage unit there are two parts: primary unit and secondary unit. Primary storage or secondary storage, both are same. In primary there are two parts: RAM and ROM, random access memory and read-only memory. Will be discussed later. And primary memory, secondary memory. Secondary memory is a permanent memory. Okay. This is the block diagram of computer. The next one is memory size. Memory size means computer storage devices, computer memory. Memory size means the data can measured in terms of bytes. The data can measured in terms of byte. In terms of bytes. Byte means 8 bits equal to 1 byte. 8 bits equal to 1 byte. Okay. 1024 bytes equal to how much? 1024 bytes equal to 1 kilobyte. Okay. Now 1024 kilobyte equal to 1 megabyte. Now 1024 megabyte equal to 1 gigabyte. 1024 gigabyte equal to 1 terabyte. 1024 terabytes is equal to 1 petabyte. This is a memory size. 8 bits equal to 1 byte. 1024 bytes is equal to 1 kilobyte. 1024 kilobytes is equal to 1 megabyte. 1024 megabytes is equal to 1 gigabyte. 1024 gigabytes is equal to 1 terabyte. 1024 terabytes is equal to 1 petabytes. Nowadays we are using maximum 1 TB, means 1 terabyte. Okay. This is a memory size. Next I am going to discuss about classification of memory. Classification of computer memory. Okay, this is a computer memory. Divided into two parts. Okay, the first one is primary memory, secondary memory. In primary memory, there are two parts: RAM, ROM. RAM means RAM, random access memory. ROM means read only memory. Then the secondary memories are hard disk, CD, DVD, pen drive, etc. External hard disk drive. Okay, this is a classification of computer memory. The main memory storage unit means computer memory. The whole memory is divided into two parts: primary memory and secondary memory. In primary memory there are two types: RAM and ROM. In secondary memory there are one part, that is number of external memories are there. Then what is primary memory? The primary memory is a temporary storage device. It stores the temporary data only. Okay. Then in primary memory there are two parts: RAM and ROM. RAM means random access memory. It is used for processing speed purpose. Heavy cost is there. So RAM is random access memory. It is a volatile memory because when we are operating the computer, that time power is gone. Automatically the data is erased because we are called that for temporary storage device. Then the ROM means read only memory. When the manufacturing of the computer at the time only data can stored in the ROM. When we are operating the computer, the time power is gone, the data cannot be erased. The data is fixed in the ROM. It cannot be deleted. Okay. The next one is secondary storage. A secondary storage means it is a permanent storage device. We can only delete the data in the secondary memory. We only delete the secondary storage data. Okay. The secondary storage devices are hard disk, CD, DVD, pen drive, and external hard disk. This is the classification of computer memory. The next class I will be discussing about software and hardware.